All right, let's get straight into the discourse of today. OPEC and its allies are set to hold two meetings this week to set policy on its oil output. OPEC and its members will meet December 1 and 2nd, while the OPEC Plus will also meet December 2nd to consider its output. At the last meeting, OPEC and its oil-producing ally have agreed to continue with their current output plan, deciding against loosening the tabs in the faces of multi-year highs in crude oil prices and U.S. pressure to keep cool the market. So last week, U.S. President Joe Biden is said to be preparing to announce a release from the Oil Strategic Petroleum Reserve in presentation with several other countries. So these two key events are some of the things we have to watch out for. But let's make sense of this now. Mr. Balazaka is petroleum engineer and chartered accountant. He joins me via the telephone now. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you, as always. Thank you. And sorry, we apologize for also keeping you waiting as well on the phone earlier. But let's get straight to the matter. OPEC is set to meet December 2nd. Of course, that meeting starts from December 1 and 2nd to reveal its output, either to cut down on increased output for next January 2020. So let's get to hear your impression or your views about these.
There is enough energy. They are always proactive. So to that extent, I appreciate that proactive approach. But in the context of Nigeria, whether OPEC meets next week or not, as far as I mean on this week or not, as far as some of us are concerned, Nigeria has not been able to meet up with our OPEC quota. Like most of you are aware, I mean, Libya has taken the first position from Nigeria. The quota that Nigeria was supposed to be meeting based on OPEC assignment has not been met. So to that extent, on just whether when the production will be boosted and increased to a particular level, I don't know the relevance that will have to Nigeria. Because as we speak now, we have less than 10 drilling rigs operating in Nigeria. And when you talk about drilling rigs, you are talking about the rigs operating on land locations, swamp locations, and deep offshore. In totality, we don't have up to 10. So if you don't have enough drilling rigs, there is no way you can drill and produce. And if you don't drill and produce, you will not even be able to meet up with your OPEC quota. So the first thing we need to ask ourselves is, why is it that we have not even been able to meet up with our OPEC quota? Because if you cannot meet up with the quota of what you are already been assigned to produce, even if there is a meeting to boost the production, it might be of little or no relevance to you. But because you are a member of the cartel, you just have to be in attendance.
Now, this meeting, according to analysts, is critical as the U.S. had asked OPEC to review the policy on output. Last week, Joe Biden announced a release from the Strategic Petroleum. And the reason why they are asking OPEC to review its output to perhaps push more into the market is to ensure that the prices of oil remain stable. Do you think, with that regards, do you think there's a sort of politics going on in the international crude oil market with regards to how much OPEC will have to churn out with other countries?
Well, when you talk about the oil and gas industry, it has always been been on top of politics. There is always politics, because there was a time we knew there were crises in Iraq, there were issues, sanctions with Iran, Libya had problems, Venezuela had problems. So there is, because it is an international product, and everything about it is based on international activity. So international politics is there. And you're talking about energy, the major energy as we speak today. So, and the continuous increase in price of crude oil is not probably also in the interest of many people, especially a country, many nations, especially a country like Nigeria that does not refine her products. Because if the price continues to go high and offshore refineries buy at higher prices, by the time they refine, and Nigeria that refuse to fix our refineries decides to go there to shamelessly import, Nigeria will import at higher cost. So to that extent, that needs to be checked. But when you look at it in the context of Nigeria, I think the budget for 2022 is around 57, was placed, the benchmark for 2022 budget was around $57
US
per
dollars.
barrel.
That's
so
right.
Now that the price of crude oil is high, people like us expected that Nigeria will take advantage of that, boost her production, even meet up with her OPEC quota, and even ask for more quota, so that she can be able to reduce her budget deficit. But unfortunately, because of so many reasons that we may discuss in the course of these discussions, Nigeria couldn't even meet up with her OPEC quota. So it's a loss to a country like Nigeria in particular.
Let me quickly ask you this one. Like the U.S. is planning to release about 50 million barrels of crude oil from its strategic petroleum reserve. Should OPEC reveal its quota upward, it means that the price will go down. So what do you think will be the impact of this on the Nigerian economy?
Well, on the Nigerian economy, it will be bad, because even when the price, even before OPEC, US starts thinking of opening up the strategic reserve, Nigeria has not been able to meet up and produce what she's supposed to produce. Take advantage of the crude oil price that is hovering between 75 and probably 80 or $83 per barrel. What we are saying is this: for Nigeria, even the quota assigned to her, she has not been able to meet with the quota. And the reasons are so many. We have so many internal issues. We have contract issues, we have security issues, we have the PIA issues that are still not clear, we have community issues and the rest. So it's just negative for Nigeria, whether they release the strategic reserve, and once the US does that, they will glut the market and the price will crash. And when the price crashes, Nigeria will still lose. But even now that the price has not crashed, Nigeria is losing, because Nigeria has not even been able to produce up to her quota. She has not been able to create the necessary climate so that there will be production for her to meet up with her quota.
Let's wrap it up with this, Mr. Zaka. Of course, if you look at the home front here, you have talked about the fact that we have so many issues. With the PIA, one should not be bothered about the issue of contract and what have you here. So do you think it's something to bother about, having the PIA to address that issue? Do you think it's something we still need to bother about or be concerned about?
You see, we've been having so many people that didn't have knowledge of the oil and gas industry talking. As far as I'm concerned, quote me anywhere. I keep saying, you journalists should prepare a national debate for us. For me, the PIA will only come up with a deregulation that is import driven. A deregulation that is import driven will kill the economy, because they are talking about removal of subsidy. They are talking about the cost of subsidy, but they are not talking about the cost of the anarchy that the removal will create. That's the thing. They are also talking about taking care of transportation. Who told them that the petrol we are buying now, we use it for transport? Because there is no electricity. Most of the petrol people are buying now is to run generators.
Right.
The diesel we are are buying, we are using them to run generators. They deregulated diesel. Are they not seeing how the factories have all collapsed? So as far as I'm concerned, the PIA and the deregulation that is predicated on import will further collapse this economy. And
Right.
if they say it's a lie, you journalists should document. After 6 months or 1 year, call us for discussions.
We'll keep our eye on that. Thank you so much, Balazaka, a petroleum engineer and chartered accountant. We appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
on the show today.